Julia, my name's Allison. I'm going to be your therapist today.
Hi.
We're going to be doing the independent living scales. It's for like a dementia patient to make sure that they can live in their home independently.
Okay.
Okay, so the assessment first starts with a screen.
Okay.
So I'm just going to ask if you could please read this aloud.
CJA 4925.
Perfect. Now, can you read this one aloud?
What time does the evening news begin?
Perfect. All right, so now I'm just going to stand behind you.
Okay.
And I need you to repeat this after me. Most people read the newspaper daily.
Most people read the newspaper daily.
Perfect. Alrighty. Now can I have you take this pen or pencil, whichever you choose, and write your signature for me?
Sure. There you go.
Perfect. And can I just have you stand up and walk about 6 feet back and then come back and sit in your chair?
Okay.
Perfect. All right. And can you just write one more sentence for me? Can you write this one? The house has 4 windows. Nice. All right, so that finishes the screen. Next, we're going to get into the actual assessment. So first, I'm going to show you these items. People usually would carry these in their purse or in their pocket. So recognize all of those items. Could you tell what they all are?
Yes.
Okay, so now remember those things.
Okay.
I'm just going to take them away.
Okay.
All right. Now what time does this clock show?
2:20.
2:20. All right. And could you tell me your telephone number?
407-451-0089.
Okay. And what day of the week is today?
Today is Sunday.
Today's Sunday. And what city or town are we in?
We are in Fort Myers, Florida. Well, technically we're in Cape Coral.
All right. And do you know your own address?
My address is 5247 Red Cedar Drive, apartment 19, Fort Myers, Florida 33907.
All right. Let's suppose you're going to go to the store. I'm going to present you with a shopping list. It's right here.
Okay.
After I present the list, tell me what you need to buy at the store.
Okay. Like read it, or I'm gonna.
So I'm going to take it away.
All right, 1 second.
So yeah, go ahead and remember.
Okay.
All right. So what do we need to buy at the store?
Orange juice, cereal, milk, coffee, bread.
Perfect. Alrighty, a few minutes ago, I showed you these items. Can you tell me what's missing?
The key.
Perfect. It was the key. I want you to remember that you have an appointment to see a new doctor. His name is Dr. Thomas on Tuesday at 3 p.m. I want you to recall this doctor's name and the day and the time of the appointment when I ask you later.
Okay.
Okay, so it was who?
Dr. Thomas, Tuesday, 3 p.m.
Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go into managing money.
Okay.
So can you tell me how you're supported financially?
My fiance works so that I can go to school and focus on my studies, but I do have a part-time job as a caregiver for a little boy with special needs.
Perfect, okay. And can you explain to me what Social Security benefits are?
Social Security benefits are if you work, a little bit of your paycheck goes to Social Security to support people for when they retire.
Perfect, okay. And by what date every year do you need to file your taxes?
April 15th.
There you go. Have you filed yet?
No.
No, okay.
But I will soon.
Now I'm going to give you some coins. A lot of coins.
Okay.
This is like a whole change purse of coins.
Okay.
And I need you to count out $1.39. You can use however many of the coins you would like.
Okay. $1.39.
So just go ahead and count out that $1.39.
Okay.
Perfect. And about how much would you say a loaf of bread would cost you?
Probably somewhere around $2.
$2, okay. Suppose you bought a dozen eggs for $1.19. If you gave the clerk $5, how much would you like to receive back in change? You may use that scratch paper if you'd like.
Okay, so for this one, for $3.81.
$3.81, exactly. Do you use checks or money orders to pay bills?
I use checks.
You use checks. Okay, so here I have checks. Would yours look similar?
Yes.
Okay. And where do you get checks or money orders?
I order them from my bank.
Order them from your
For
bank?
the checks, I
Okay,
do.
perfect. And so I'm going to give you this Social Security check. I'm going to have you record this. So go ahead and record this on your scratch paper.
Okay.
So that you know how much money you had. So Social Security paid you $320.75.
Okay.
Okay, now make out one check or money order payable to the telephone company for this bill.
Okay.
Put that in front of you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, and now you have another bill.
Okay.
So this one is going to be to the gas and electric company. So you owe them $39.50. Can you go ahead and make a check out to them?
Yes.
Nowadays we just use electronic checks, don't we?
That's what I use most of the time.
That's what you use most of the time?
Yes.
Okay. So now those two bills are paid out of your account. So you had $320.75, and you paid your $39.50, and then you also paid your $25. Can you tell me how much you have left of your Social Security check?
Okay. This might take me a second.
That's okay. Take your time.
Okay. $256.25.
Perfect. There you go. Now, do you remember what you said about the appointment with your doctor this coming week?
Yes, it was Dr. Thomas, and my appointment was Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Perfect. There you go. Can you tell me 2 reasons why it is important that you pay your bills?
It's important that you pay your bills so that you're able to stay in your home, pay your rent. It's important to pay your bills so that you are being an honest citizen, and just so that you can continue to live a functional life and have all the things you need.
Perfect. It's always important, right?
Yes, it's important.
So, what is one thing that you can do to keep from being cheated out of money?
Just be very safe with your financial information. So not telling people your credit card number.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking more electronic these days, but just like keeping all your banking information private and in a secure area.
And even like counting your change too.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Making sure. All right. So, what is health insurance?
Health insurance is your insurance will pay a certain portion of your healthcare bills as long as you pay a monthly, like I don't know what it's called.
A premium.
Premium, yes.
There you go.
Yes. But yeah, so that way if something were to happen and you had high medical costs, your health insurance will pay for a portion of it. So, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Suppose you receive a medical bill for $350.
Okay.
If your medical insurance pays 80% of this bill, How much do you owe? You may use a scratch paper to do your figuring.
Okay, so you owe 20%
Yes.
of it, and you
So
said
you owe 20% of
$350.
$350. Yeah.
Okay, I'm super bad at
That's okay. However you can figure it out.
Okay. So
You've been practicing.
I don't know if this is right. Would it be $70?
I think that's pretty close, yeah.
Close? Okay.
Alrighty. Why is it important to read carefully and fully understand any document before you sign it?
It's important to understand a document before you sign it, because when you sign off on something, you're committing to whatever it says. So you want to make sure that it's something you agree with, because say you sign a document that you would pay a certain amount of money, then you have to pay that certain amount of money because you signed off on it. So it's important to like know what you're signing before you sign it. Yeah.
So what is the purpose of a will?
The purpose of a will is so that you can kind of be in control of what happens to your money and your assets after you pass away. So with a will, you decide who gets, what part of your money and what part of your assets. And then also a will can be good for big decisions. If you're in between life and death in the hospital, it can help decide if you want to be put on life support or not, and just things like that. So it kind of helps you be more in control of your own death and what happens to your money and assets after death.
Gotcha. Okay. So what is home insurance?
Home insurance is insurance on your home for if anything happens to your house, like maybe a fire or a natural disaster. If you have home insurance, they'll cover a certain portion of the damages.
Perfect. There you go. So if the hurricane damaged anything, those people, hopefully they have home insurance.
Yes. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Okay. How would you go about getting repairs made to your home?
I would call a professional. So maybe like if it was a plumbing issue, I would call a plumber, or if it was something with my air conditioning, I would call an electrician or someone that does something like that.
Sounds good. And what might you do if both your lights and your TV went off at the same time?
I would assume that my power had gone out, so I would maybe check the breakers, maybe look outside and see if my neighbors still have power, just kind of see maybe like what possibly is the source of why it went out.
See if it was just your house.
Yes,
or everybody. Okay, that makes sense. What about if your home was always very hot or always very cold?
If my home was always very hot or always very cold, I would adjust my thermostat accordingly.
Okay.
To make it either warmer or cooler.
And then if that doesn't work, what would you do?
I would call someone to come out and fix it.
Perfect. Yeah. And what are 2 tasks that you do at your house, but you don't do them every day?
2 tests?
2 tasks.
Tasks. Oh, okay. I would say some cleaning tasks, such as sweeping. I sweep, I would say maybe once a week, but not every day. And then also, this one's kind of funny, making my bed. I typically only make my bed if I'm going to have guests over.
Hey, some of us do that too. All right, why do we need keys?
We need keys so that we can lock up all of our possessions, like our house, our car, to make sure that no one can get in to steal anything.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And what information could you get from a bus schedule?
You could get what time the bus will be coming or leaving, and where it'll be going to make sure that you're on the correct bus.
Right.
So it just helps with anything with transportation, just so you know when you're going somewhere and where you're going.
Okay. And how would you find out how much it costs if you want to ride the bus?
I would look at, these days I would look at the website.
Right.
There's like a website for all the bus systems. I would just kind of look it up and see how much it would cost for whatever bus I wanted to take.
There we go. You go online.
Yes.
All right. So suppose somebody got into a cab and said, "Take me to my daughter-in-law's." What is the problem with their request?
The problem is I likely don't know where the daughter-in-law lives, so they would need to be more specific and give me the exact address.
Tell you where to go.
Yeah, tell me where to go.
All right. So suppose you called a cab to take you somewhere. What if they didn't come and it was getting late?
Then I would probably call another cab to come take me.
Okay.
Because they likely aren't coming. Or maybe I would call, if I had their direct number, I could call them and see where they are. But at that point, I would rather probably just take someone else that's more reliable. So
yeah, that's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to have you go back and refer to this.
Okay.
To this map. So suppose this is your home. It's that dark block on the map.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to trace one of the shortest routes you could take to the grocery store if the store were 3 blocks north and 2 blocks west of your home. I'll leave this there for you just in case.
Okay. 3 blocks north and 2 blocks west. So there.
Perfect.
Open over.
There you go. You make it to the grocery store.
Great.
Okay, so now here's an envelope for you.
Okay.
Can you address it to somebody you know and write all the necessary information on that envelope?
Sure, just whoever I want to
Whoever you want to send it to.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to send it to me.
Yes. And then I would need a stamp. Go right
You
here.
would need a stamp. Perfect. How would you call the police?
Call 911.
Perfect.
911.
Okay, so if you didn't have a regular doctor and you needed medical help quickly, where would you go?
Maybe either the hospital or an urgent care, depending on how
Okay.
serious it was.
Okay.
Because they can help no matter what time of day it is or anything.
Perfect. Okay, so what if you were outside in your yard and you smelled that smoke was coming out of your kitchen window? What would you do?
I would probably stay outside and call the fire department to come help.
Yeah, absolutely, that's a good plan. Suppose you're home alone and you're not expecting anybody, but there's a knock on your door about 10 o'clock at night. What would you do?
I would probably go look out the peephole, and if I didn't know who it was, I would just not answer it and make sure everything was locked.
That's a good idea. I think
Yeah.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
No visitors past 10.
Yeah.
What are 2 things that you can do to protect yourself when you're going out at night?
The biggest thing is just to be observant of my surroundings and make sure, like, if I see anything that doesn't look right, to kind of stay away, and then maybe carry pepper spray just in case.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I
Pepper
can
spray.
defend myself.
So you can stick up for yourself. There you go.
Yeah.
Tell me 2 ways that you would know it was safe to cross a busy street.
Using a crosswalk when the walk symbol pops up, and then also when I looked both ways and saw that there was no cars
Both
coming.
ways.
Yeah.
I always remember that one.
Yeah. Since I was a
As
child.
kids,
yeah.
So if you had a pain in your chest on your left side and had trouble breathing, what would you do?
I would call 911
Call
or
911.
get help for someone that could call 911 for me.
Okay, maybe call your fiance.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose you smell the gas odor in your house. What are you going to do?
I would probably try to find the source of the smell, and if I felt like it was going to be unsafe, I would get out of the house and maybe call someone that could come check it out, maybe that knows more about this stuff. Yeah.
What if you cut your hand and it was bleeding badly?
If it was bleeding to a point where I could I would wrap it in like a bandage and just keep pressure on it. But if it was really bad and wouldn't stop bleeding, I'd probably go to the hospital. Yeah.
Maybe you would get some stitches or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me 3 things that are important to do to take good care of your body.
It's important to eat healthy, drink a lot of water, and get plenty of sleep.
Oh,
Sleep's
sleep.
important, yes.
Sleep is always a good one. Always important. Tell me 2 things about the condition of your health in the past 5 years.
My health has been okay. I had the flu last year, which took quite a toll on my body, but I finally feel better now.
Yeah.
And I've just been, like I said, drinking a lot of water, getting a lot of sleep. So it's been pretty good overall.
Did you get the flu shot this year?
Yes, I got the flu
There you
shot
go.
this year.
All right. So if you unintentionally lost 10 pounds in 4 weeks, what would you do?
I would be concerned, so I would probably go talk to my doctor about it, so he could kind of maybe figure out what's going on.
Yeah, make sure you're getting your proper nutrition
Yeah.
and all that. Okay. So let's say you have to take medication 3 times a day. How are you going to remember to take it?
I would just probably set alarms on my phone, so my
Yeah.
phone will go off at any time it's time for me to take my medication.
Good, you need to take the medication.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Why is it important to know about the side effects of that medication?
That's important, just so you, first of all, you can understand what's happening with your body. So if you're starting to not feel good, you can know it's a side effect, or if you're feeling something that doesn't seem right, you'll know why. And then it's also important to know side effects, just so, like, maybe if you're not supposed to mix it with a different medicine or something like that. So just for safety.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you're not mixing, and you think about that one. Okay, so can you tell me the 2 reasons why bathing is important?
Bathing's important just for personal hygiene, just so you'll smell okay, and it's also good to prevent any sort of like bacteria on your body or just like anything like that. So for your health too, from developing any sort of like infections or anything, it's important to bathe yourself. And just for personal hygiene and so you smell good.
Tell me 2 safety precautions that you can take while you're bathing or showering.
Holding on to the handlebar that I have in my shower to stabilize myself, because it can be slippery in there.
Yeah.
So it's important to do that. And then also maybe just making sure that the water's not too hot and it's like a good temperature.
Oh, if you get in, it burns
yes.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
What would you do if you can't hear most of our conversations?
I would probably go talk to my doctor about maybe getting hearing aids or something like that.
Why?
Yeah, or to figure out why, because hearing's important.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah.
So what if you could not read small print, like the print in the phone book or your labels of your medicine bottles?
I would probably try to go look into getting glasses maybe, or even just getting a diagnosis of why my vision's getting worse, and then deal with it from there.
Okay, so you could talk to somebody?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Suppose that you injured your hip and your doctor told you it would take much effort and months of physical therapy to walk again. What would you do?
I would do the physical therapy and work because I really like being able to have some level of independence, so I would definitely want to walk again. So I would just try to have a positive attitude and work hard.
That's what we like to hear. Good job. All right. So what are 2 dangers if you were to stay in bed all the time?
Well, one thing that I think of right away is bed sores. Your skin could break down from staying in the same spot, and then also lack of exercise is not good for your body. Yeah. It could cause weight gain and a lot of other health issues.
Sounds good. So. I think that's actually all we've got time for today. So I'm going to go ahead and tally up the scores, and we'll continue next week.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.